Let's talk about a game plan. And really, we're trying to talk about making sure that the scenario is a good fit for inheritance. And this is what bothers me. This is what's skipped in most even advanced C++, like data structures or whatever, advanced C++ class. This part's missed. And how do we game plan to use inheritance if it is, frankly, worth the while? So in this example, what we're going to do is we're going to draw out various objects of the application and their perspectives. Not everything is going to match in this example, meaning that, hey, there's going to be some things that are going to be unique to a plane, a truck, a submarine, a motorcycle. Now, by the way, also, having a value of 0 is a legit value. Like I'm going to say wheels for all of these things. What are some of the things that all of these are going to share? Well, they're going to have some type of motor. They're going to have some type of door to get in them. So notice there's a lot of things I'm already coming off the top of my head that they're going to be able to share. Now, if a submarine has a door, well, actually, technically they do. But if they have a window, you see where I'm getting at here? 0 is a legitimate value. So like for a motorcycle is not going to have a door. So we leave it at 0. But that's still something that we can kind of use for everything else because frankly, everything else I can think of except for motorcycle has a door. So think about all of the objects and see if there's any type of relationship between them. That is step number 1, and that's creating the base class, where the data members in the base class should be protected, and we'll talk about that here in a minute, at least so we can do some validation, share among it, and all that good stuff, and the function should be protected at least as well. Now again, we'll talk about that part, so bear with me here. But for right now, we're gathering all of the objects that we are currently using for this particular application. They look like all vehicles. So, well, what can we do to start to use it and create a superclass or a base class? Let's find out. So here's an example base class. Could I have added something to this, or could you find something wrong with it? Yeah. That's the beauty of design. We may not agree with this. Guess what? The nice part is, though, is that we're at least starting with something out that all of them could share. Do all vehicles have a weight? Yep. Do they have a year, make, model, color, ID? I don't know about make for a submarine, but they have classes. That's true. But anyway, wheels. Submarine doesn't have wheels, but still, we could put 0. That's just fine. Anyway, occupants, bathrooms, seats. Obviously, a motorcycle wouldn't have a bathroom, so we'd put 0. But notice these are all the things that a lot of them would share. It's not going to be perfect, and that's okay. We can still put 0 down for something that, frankly, doesn't work with that one. But all vehicles are pretty much going to match this thing, right? So that's not too bad. So now that we are done with the base class, let's talk about the derived class, because that's next. Now, the derived class is going to be all of these again, but remember, we're able to get rid of quite a few of them because of our base class. Now, what are going to be some of the things that, frankly, are going to be specialized for some of these compared to just a vehicle? Well, a submarine is going to have something unique compared to all the rest of the vehicles, and that's sonar range. So what is unique? That's what you're going to code for your specific derived class. I'll show you examples here in a bit. But it's identifying. This is all about design. This is all about designing and seeing what things are common so we can make our super class or our base class. And now we go ahead and create a class called submarine that inherits vehicle that's going to have its own special features. We're going to create spaceship, a class that inherits from vehicle, but it has its own special things, like motorcycle doesn't have lasers. Some movies. But anyway, these are all things that are now unique. That's what we have to worry about now for the derived class. And the derived class is what we're going to make an instance of. And frankly, that's going to look something like this. And our coded example here is very simple. You've seen this before. Plane Southwest equals new plane and all that data there. Could have probably done it another way, but it's all right. What you don't see behind the scenes quite yet is that plane was our derived class, and it had inherited from our base class, our vehicle. All the features that it had in vehicle are already taken care of. So the plane class was rather small compared to the vehicle class. Again, why am I doing this? Is because then I can use an inherited class for motorcycle, for submarine, for all these other ones, and I don't have to create the code again because we're lazy. That's what inheritance is meant for. So here's how we're physically designing this out. Notice code was really dead last, and I haven't even shown you all the code yet. I know, we're getting there, okay? But it has to start with design first, see what's shared, then we can start breaking things up.